Hi, welcome back. It is the end of 2024. Can you believe it? That means it is time for our yearly reflection, and let's have a look at what I said last year with my yearly reflections. Yeah, I thought I would do something a little bit different today. I've always been really inspired by Billie Eilish's year in review. So I think since she started her career, she's done this question and answer thing on the same exact day every single year. And so I've just written down a few questions in my phone. First one, how old are you? I'm 24. I'm 25. In one word. I think I would describe this year as ambivalent. I would describe this year as stunning. My 2024 just felt so peaceful and beautiful, and I just met the best friends, I saw the best views, I just had the best feeling for 99% of the year. It was just pure bliss and peaceful, and yeah, I would say this year was stunning. It was really hard and it was really uncertain, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I think ambivalent is a great word to describe this year. What was your favourite moment? Wow, I have had so many favourite moments. I don't know if I can pick just one. One of my favourite moments was when we finally got into this house, this first house that we bought together. We walked in, we stepped into this house for the first time, and it was kind of just, it was like an oh my god moment, oh my god, we've made it, we have a house together now, this is cool. And the house was completely empty, it had echoes everywhere, and it was filthy, the tenants didn't leave it very clean, but it was our space to call home. So just stepping into this house for the first time was one of my favorite moments. My favorite moment this year would definitely have to be getting engaged. I still get teary-eyed when I think about it. This man wants to marry me. That's, oh, that was by far my favorite moment ever. And I almost felt like I knew it was gonna happen. So I was spending so much time at home, before we went out, oh my god, what am I gonna wear? This needs to be perfect. And he's like, come on, hurry up. Because he wanted to catch the sunset, but I ruined it by trying to spend too long on what I was gonna wear. And yeah, we were gonna go out for our favorite pizza, and he's like, oh, just before we go out, let's just go for a little walk. And I'm like, okay. I had a little feeling, but I'm like, oh, maybe not. I wasn't sure. But yeah, we went up to this beautiful lookout, and it was just the best moment. The sun was setting over the ocean, and yeah, he said, will you marry me? That was definitely my favorite moment of this year. What has been really hard? Difficult co-workers. I met some people this year that I just don't understand. I would say this year, I don't think anything has been really hard. There's been the off bad work day or the off bad co-worker every now and then, but for majority of the year, I haven't really had any hard issues. Or maybe Ziggy eating the rat bait. That was quite difficult for me because I felt like I had just ruined what our little family had become. That was quite hard for about a week, but apart from that, this year has been pretty good to me. I don't think I've had many hard things, which is fabulous, touch wood. I'm very grateful that nothing hard has happened this year. Did you travel this year, and where? So yeah, as I mentioned before, I traveled to China, which was the big travel of the year. So incredible, so many great experiences. I got to experience the culture. I also got to go over and see my parents because they've been living there for a bit. Did you travel anywhere this year? Yeah, I traveled over east, not as far as China last year. Yeah, I traveled over east to see family, and I saw Pink and Taylor Swift all in the same week. So that was such a fabulous week. I actually go back and watch that vlog more often than I'd like to admit, because I just love rewatching those moments. That's literally the main reason why I'm on YouTube, just so I can document my life and rewatch these moments. I think that was my main travel of the year. I don't think we did too much traveling besides that I can remember anyway. We traveled up and down the west coast a little bit. We went to the Pinnacles one time. We also went to Kalbarri. But apart from that, I think yeah, not too much travel this year. What are 3 things you've really enjoyed doing? I have really enjoyed learning to cook this year. If I think back a year ago, like I got scared of putting chicken in a pan. Honestly, I still am a little bit scared of putting chicken in a pan. I don't think I've learnt that completely yet. I don't think I'll ever be comfortable with cooking. Like, I love baking. I'm such a baker. I can bake cookies, cakes, brownies, cupcakes, literally anything you can name. Like, I can bake it and it's probably going to turn out all right. But every time I cook with like hot food, that's where my skills kind of decline. I'm not a good cook, but I'm an excellent baker. What was your favorite video to make this year? I don't know what my favorite video is. I reckon these are the 2 things that I'm just talking about in this video, but I reckon either the video when we first moved into this house where we get all the reactions, we're excited, like we have a blank slate, we're painting the wall, things like that, or the China video, right? My favorite video to make this year, I think would have had to be the vlog where I went to the Pink concert, Taylor Swift concert, and I just traveled over east, saw family, and that was also the vlog where we picked up Ziggy. So that little week in February, I think it was just such a cool week, and I think that was definitely my favorite video to film because there was just so much excitement, so much anticipation, and yeah, I still think those concerts were literally in my top 5 experiences of my life. So that's pretty cool. Okay, next question. How many subscribers do you have? So this video will be posted a little bit later, but at my current point of filming right now, I have 1,089 subscribers. How many subscribers do we have? I actually haven't made many videos this year that are like bringing new people to the channel. It's more like just whatever I want to post, like my weeks, things like that. Like I'm not really focusing on the marketing this year, which I mean I might do a little bit next year, but at this current point in time I have 1,307 subscribers. This thing is so cool. Like I aimed to have 777 subscribers by the end of the year, and I thought that was like pushing it, and to think that we've hit 1,000, wow. I just want to say, if you're new here, thank you so much. It just means so much to me that you want to watch my life. You know, I don't know. I am just feeling so incredibly grateful for this little community that we're building here. And I still feel so grateful for everyone who has stuck around, everyone who watches my videos or comments, and yeah, I'm just so happy that you're here. What are you most excited for next year? So I am incredibly excited for February. Just the entire month of February. I have a hair in my eye. So the entire month of February it's full of concerts, it's full of like catching up with people that I haven't seen in a while, it's like visiting family. The whole month of February I think is just gonna be so great. So yeah. The whole month of February this year was really great. I forgot that I even said this. I'm so happy that she got to experience the February. Yeah, I'm very excited for February. Next question. What are some goals you'd like to achieve next year? I personally would really like to have one of my designs on a puzzle because... Okay, I did not end up putting one of my designs on a puzzle. That idea went out the window very quickly. Because I really love doing puzzles and I really love designing. I think that would be a really cool goal for next year. I'm currently in the process of looking at like puzzle manufacturers in Australia and seeing the whole process and how it works and everything. I am really bad for like getting an idea in my head, hyper fixating on it, and just like finding manufacturers, finding pricing, literally finding every single thing that I need to know to be able to do the thing. And then I hit one little road bump and I'm like, oh, it's not going to work, move on to the next, don't waste your time on this because it's not going to work. That's exactly what happened there, and I think by mid-January that idea had just gone out the window. So that's so funny to listen back to. And yeah, hopefully by the end of the year I will have my my own design on a puzzle. Another goal I would like for 2024 is I would like to get to 2,000 subscribers. Oh dear. Okay. So my goal last year was to get to 2,000 subscribers, and this little message has popped up saying, I always underestimate subscriber goals, so let's change that to 3,000. Babes, I'm currently sitting at 1,307. Not that the number really matters, because like at that point in time, I wasn't earning anything from YouTube, and now I'm earning some, so that's very exciting. But we did not hit the goal of 3,000 subscribers. We are at 1,307. That just sounds absolutely insane to me, so let's do it. We can do it. We can get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Another goal that is sort of almost guaranteed to happen, but we're still working through it a little bit. At Coles, we'd like to get another dog for Cosmo to play with. So like a little brother or sister for him. We did end up getting Cosmo a little brother. We got Ziggy. I think he's right there. He's so cuddly, and he's always just so close to us. We love him with our whole heart. Just so he has someone to run around and play with, because sometimes he's just sitting by himself. And the last question, are you genuinely happy? Yeah, I would say I'm genuinely happy. Are you genuinely happy? Yes. A massive, massive yes this year. I don't think anything could have gone more to plan, except those tiny little road bumps, but I have just been so grateful this year for my life here. Like I've been posting a reel every single day on Instagram about things that make me happy, and it has kind of just like shifted my mindset into thinking every single day, it's like, oh, what has made me happy today? What has made me happy? And I'm always thinking about things that are making me happy. And I am just so blown away by just every single decision in my life that I have made has led me to this moment. Like it has led me to living in Western Australia on the beach. If you had told me 3 years ago that I would be living over here in WA on the beach with 2 dogs and I'm a fiance, like I know, like I am just so grateful. Like I see the beach every single day. I have a sparkly little ring on my finger. Like we own our home outright. Like I'm just so incredibly happy. I just cannot believe that I've created this life for myself. Like I can't believe it. And I've also started up a cookie business. So that was something new this year. I didn't know where to fit that into these questions, but yeah, I started up a cookie business at the start of October, and it is now December, and it's just, it has just done so much better than I could have ever imagined. I am just so grateful for everyone who has ordered cookies for Christmas, and I'm really excited to put together a marketing plan and get this business really up and running and going, because it's not really a great indicator of whether a business would do well or not if you launch just before Christmas, because obviously people are spending more at Christmas, there's gift giving, things like that. So I'm expecting when I go into the new year, it's not going to be as crazy, but I would like to get it to a point where I can do maybe like part-time, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. My goals for 2025, I think I would like to get Cookie having at least 10 orders a month. I think that would be a good starting point. I'm going to put that as one of my goals. I'm going to get my cookie business to having at least 10 orders a month. Another goal that I don't know if I can call this a goal, because I don't really have a lot of control over it, whether it happens or not. But if it does happen, I would like to become a boss. I don't think I can say much more than that. I don't have much control over this aspect, so I can't really say much about it, but we will see. Another goal I would like to have for 2025 is to just let things go. When I'm in situations, I feel like I am in charge of how everybody else feels. if that makes sense. So for example, if people come into my workplace and if they feel let down, if they feel upset, if they feel sad, if they feel angry, like I feel like that's my fault. If something goes wrong that's out of my control and I can't fix it and other people are getting upset at me about it, I just need to somehow find a way to not feel like everything is my fault, if that makes sense. If something breaks and I'm in charge and customers are coming in and they're yelling at me because they're not happy, I feel like that's on me and that's my fault and I've done something wrong. And then I just get into this headspace of, oh my God, everything is my fault. I'm an awful person. But like that doesn't make sense because I'm not an awful person. Like I'm a good person, something just broke. So I definitely go to the extremes when it comes to that, and that's probably not a very good trait to have. So I'm gonna try my absolute best in 2025 to just let things go and try and remember that everyone is in control of their own reactions. So if someone reacts badly to me, then that's on them. Like that's not my problem. I have no control over it. It's not my problem. It's not my issue. So I've listed 2 business goals. I've listed 1 mental goal, would you call it? I don't even know what you'd call that goal. 1 personal goal, I guess. Fitness goal. So I think I'm not gonna put an end number or an end goal or anything for this, but I would like to be in the best shape of my life for our wedding. And this leads me into the thing that I'm most excited for in 2025 is definitely the wedding. I am I am just so giddy and happy. Like I've really enjoyed the wedding planning process that I'm like maybe halfway through. The one thing that is really, really frustrating that I cannot for the life of me find a caterer that is available on our date. I have looked all around this area. Like we're not remote, but we're not in a populated area. So it is quite hard to find businesses and caterers and things like that. They're either not available or they are charging upwards of $5,000 for 2 hours of service, which, I mean, it could be normal for the wedding industry, but I can't justify that. I'm sorry, call me cheap. I cannot justify giving somebody $5,000 for 2 hours of service. I understand that it comes with staff and equipment and everything, but no. Like I would rather buy all of my equipment and just hire a staff for 2 hours. Like that would just reduce costs by so much. Like it's blowing my mind how expensive everything is. But yeah, anyway, I'm just so excited. I've really enjoyed the wedding planning process, but I just hope we can find a caterer. Otherwise we'll have to take matters into our own hands, which we have a little bit of a backup plan, but not really. I think that's everything. Wow, 2024 really has just been such a great year for me, and I am just so grateful that everything has worked out the way that it has. And yeah, feel free to leave your goals for 2025 down in the comments, or just let me know how your 2024 was, if you had a great year. And yeah, I will see you next year for our 2025 reflection. Oh my God, that's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be a wife. Nah, that's too much to think about. That's crazy. That's insane to think about. I'm not old enough to do this. I still feel like I'm a little baby. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Bye.